Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. This intro is a bit of a Patreon ad as this video is going to be available 1 week in advance, and it's also going to be available for the rest of the time on Patreon in its full length in one go. Whereas here on YouTube, I'm gonna need to split this reaction up in probably 3 to 4, maybe even 5 parts in order to avoid YouTube blocking it. But as Twice is a huge part of my Patreon, we check out a lot of Twice content, which includes all of the seasons of Time to Twice that I recently finished watching. There's 2 appearances on Knowin' Bros that I checked out. There's 16, the survival show, obviously a while back that I checked out. Seize the Light as well. And there's a couple of bits here and there, like Nyan and Chaeyoung's appearance on Nothing Much Prepared with Youngji, which was a lot of fun, as well as I think the Show Review episode with Jessie is also available on Patreon, as well as Gio's Lee Moon-jin performance, and part of the album reaction that I did to her last album actually includes the performance of Closer, which is not something that I would react to on YouTube due to copyright. So the Music Bank, I believe, is the one that I checked out, which was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in some extra Twice reactions, check out the Patreon. There's obviously more than just Twice, various groups, K-dramas, survival shows. There's a full list of all of the available reactions in the $5 tier. You do not have to sign up, and please do not sign up to the Patreon before you read and check out the list. If you see something on that list that you find intriguing, consider subscribing, and by doing so, you will also be supporting the production of these videos here on YouTube and allow me to do what I do. So we have 2 songs on this album that I am already familiar with, one of which is obviously I Can't Stop Me. It was one of my very first Twice reactions. Love the song. And then there's another one called Go Hard. I checked that one out when I reacted to their live fan cams, from the tour. And I'm still going to include a reaction to that song in this video because I really like the song, first of all, but more so it will give me a chance to look into the lyrics a little bit, other than just knowing that the girls go hard. But it was a really fun song. It's a hype kind of song that I really appreciate. And other than that, we have basically like 12 or 13 or something songs on this album that I haven't checked out. This is going to be a very long reaction, so I'm going to try and avoid speaking too much and like talking too much about the lyrics, and try to be as to the point as possible and just try to get the gist of every song, mention a couple of things here and there. I do not want this reaction to be like 2.5 hours long. So without further ado, very excited because this album has been suggested for the longest of time. And yeah, we're starting off not with I Can't Stop Me, but rather with Hell and Heaven. If you want to check out all of my Twice reactions here on YouTube, check out the playlist somewhere up there. And without further ado, let's get into it. Oh.
Surely you can see that you could never make her happy. 네 눈은 같이 바뀐 닮은 같아. 천사왕마가 왔다 갔다 해. 천국까지 오고 생각보다 멀지 않네. 같이려면 나를 달래 원하면 기회를 준대.
Oh shit.
어쩌겠어 내가 못 이룰 걸 I know and you know. 저 태양이 멈추고 can't wait I can't wait. 세상이 부르짖는
Sounds cinematic. Oh.
Take me to your paradise. 전국 문이 닫힌
Oh.
별이 쏟아지는 밤. Kiss me in the blue moonlight. 빨리 꺼내.
There was a whistle?
나를 데려가줘. My hope in hell. Take me to your paradise.
My hope in hell? Holy shit. I'm thinking of Kai and okay. I'm a slut for a fucking anti-drop. Let's take it back.
Take me to your paradise. 전국 문이 닫힌 별이 쏟아지는 밤. Kiss me in the blue moonlight. 빨리 꺼내줘. 나를 데려가줘.
청.
My me to your paradise. 한 번만 한 번 더 마지막
Ooh.
자꾸 너를 원해 보기만 해도 듣기만 해도 천국 지어가니 그 어디쯤 날 뜨겁게 원하고
This pre-chorus sounds insanely cinematic. I can't with it. Holy shit.
Take me to your paradise. 천국 문이 닫힌다. 별이 쏟아지는다. Kiss me in
Blue moonlight. Nice.
빨리 꺼내줘. 나를 데려가줘.
I just love that their vocals are basically driving the instrumental, not the other way around. It almost like sounds minimalistic in a way because of that. Like it's super cool.
Take me to your paradise. 천국
The instrumental just lingers, you know,
별이 쏟아지는다.
almost like senses going off.
In the moonlight. 빨리 꺼내줘. 나를 데려가줘. My hope in hell. Take me to your paradise. 천국 문을 열어줘. Let me 구름 위를 걸어줘. Can we? 에게까지 날 구해줘. Hold me tight. 점점 빠르게 무너져가.
Oh.
나도 까맣게 물들어가.
That feels like I Can't Stop Me with the bus going into the edge. Oh, holy shit.
천국 문이 닫힌다. 별이 쏟아지는 밤. Kiss me in the moonlight. 빨리 꺼내줘. 나를 데려가줘. My hope in hell. Take me to your paradise.
This sounds exotic, cinematic, minimalistic, and the vocals are just driving the entire thing. Almost like sounds like in the jungle, like Adam and Eve.
Paradise.
Damn, that sounded absolutely incredible. Hell in Heaven is really, really interesting because like you're stuck. It feels hell to be in heaven because you cannot do the things that you want. You have to go against your instincts, and love is like the instinct, and the is like, you know, which actually kind of like was symbolized. I am not remembering correctly, fully the I Can't Stop Me music video, but I'm pretty sure that there was like a bunch of like red lines that they were crossing or about to cross. There's like a bus that is about to go off the edge, which is a symbolism to them basically going to the other side or something like that, as far as like not being able to fight their urges and all that kind of stuff. So that feels, some of the lyrics definitely make me think of I Can't Stop Me, of not being able to stop. And my hope in hell is also really, really cool with the line that Nyan delivered. It's almost like it's hell to be in heaven. My hope in hell, like that thing that is so consuming, which is desires, is the thing that I want to take me out from this place that is supposed to be heaven. Like, what kind of heaven is that if I can't be true to myself and all that kind of stuff? As they talk about, you know, emotions and, you know, feelings and that line with Momo was really, really, really nice. So it's a really cool representation of almost like Adam and Eve in a way, and like the whole biting the apple, being succumbed to your desires and doing the one thing that was kind of like the one thing that you were told not to do, and that's the one thing that you wanted to do more than anything else. So I feel like they did a phenomenal job. The vocals are absolutely incredible. The way Nayeon and Changyeon bounce off of each other, like I love the way that the vocals are quite literally like the driving force of this entire song. It's almost like the music itself, the instrumentals are the senses that are constantly going off. It's like battling with yourself in a way. And the vocals are what drives the entire song and the instrumental and all, which I thought was really, really, really cool.
Surely you can see that you could never make her happy.
The beginning said there's like something almost like talking on the phone or something, saying, surely you know that this is not going to make you happy. It's almost like they're conversing. It's almost like Twice realizes that, and literally saying that making a deal with the devil, like this is not going to be worth it in a way, but the desires overweigh logic and all that kind of stuff. So even though it's not going to make you happy in the end, or it's not going to last, like the emotions that, like making the deal with the devil to compromise your place in heaven in order to indulge in temptation and all that kind of stuff. I thought that this was really, really cool. The song is incredible. Let's move on to the next song, which is going to be Up No More. How can you sing about being covered in darkness and yet sound so cute? What the very 80s? Oh, here we go. Damn. Ooh, sweet. Magical. I love Momo's voice. There's such sassiness behind her vocals. Ooh. There's something very 80s about the way that Changyeong delivers that line. I'm almost thinking of ABBA for some reason. The way she delivers that line and the way she... Damn. This is so bouncy. Damn. Oh, the way the vibe shifted. How can you make a song about depression sound so fucking fun? Like somebody please fucking explain it to me. How can you have a song like this that sounds so like if I didn't have the lyrics in front of me, I would just be I'm already vibing to it, but then I'm looking at the lyrics and I'm like, okay, I need to vibe a little bit more depressingly. I like the title, like being up no more, as far as like up all night because of my thoughts, because of my darkness, because of the sea of fucking shit that I'm going through mentally. But also it's also kind of like a double meaning because up as far as like up in popularity, which is the cause, like the side effect of fame is depression in a way. So will I be able to kind of like sacrifice my status in order to have a more relaxed life, be just an everyday human being that is unknown? Will I be able to do that? Obviously, I'm taking it probably a little bit too far. Their use of metaphors is really, really cool. Like the night covered in thick darkness, I'm being alone. I cannot turn this off. Being alone is overwhelming and frightening. Darkness with only myself. Like it's almost like I'm scared to be by myself because of all the thoughts that I have. Like it's almost like you realize that you're in a bad place and you are like having like this song is like a kind of like a conversation that we all have when we realize that we are in a bad place and we need to change something. But just because I'm thinking about it, it doesn't mean that it's actually going to change because that takes effort. So I want to smile again. I want to be whole again. I want to not go through the night sleepless because I cannot fucking think straight and I can't fall to sleep because of all these bad thoughts that I have that are taking up all of my day. And being like this for one day turns into being like this for 1 week and a month and a year. And before you know it, you're just, you feel like a shell of yourself. But unless you talk about it, no one would actually know me, would know it. This is really, really, really cool. Like, obviously, not cool that they're going through it. I'm not a psycho, but it is something that is not surprising, as we did react to a lot of Twice content, whether it's the music videos, like literally the song Feel Special was written for them at a time where they were very much down and depressed and going through a lot of stuff mentally and all that kind of stuff. So I am really, really blown away how you can take a song like this. Like literally, Mina says, I become nonchalant about it, I'm afraid of losing myself. Like you are afraid at the thought that you are basically kind of like treating this depression as if it's like something that is a given, that it's just supposed to happen. And by doing so, you're kind of like losing yourself and all that kind of stuff. Like the darkness has pretty much become part of you. And then there's like this bridge that is happening of creating a little bit of hope that no matter how hard things get, I don't actually want to be in this place. So maybe this is like a conversation that they have with each other because all of them are going through this. But it's like you need more than just yourself. You need someone to hold you accountable to actually not just talk about how you want to get better, but actually help you to get better. And I thought that this was a really beautiful representation of like struggling and wanting to get better and not being able to get better, and needing someone in your life to help you do that. This was a beautiful song, and there are some really like heavy 80s vibes or something like that. And vocally, the girls, like I'm constantly blown away by just in general. Like part of the reason why I fell in love with the K-pop genre is because you listen to the fucking music and it's so poppy and it's so like you if you just listen to it without any lyrics, without any context, you're just having fun. Then you look at the lyrics and you're like, oh shit. Then you look at the music video and you're like, oh shit, there's like so much depression, there's like suicidal thoughts, there's like so much nastiness and toxicity within the actual song, but yet it just feels like if you listen to the song Feel Special without any lyrics or your music video, I don't think that you would be like doing anything but just having fun with it. But then when you kind of like peel that onion off, those layers off, and suddenly you begin to cry because you realize how fucking deep the shit is. So this song really reminds me of why I'm so into this genre. Yeah, yeah, this was incredible. Let's move on to the next song, which is going to be Do What We Like. It's kind of also nice that the song comes up right after Up No More. Like, just do what you like to make yourself happy. To no longer be up about, your restless nights and not thinking about, the shit that you can't do anything about.
물속에서 막힌 귀를 뚫고 소려와 나 부르는
Oh,
목소리가
Mina.
저 물결을 타고 나를 향해서 점점 다가오는
The wave sea of darkness in Up No More.
눈 감고도 느껴져 낯설기도 하지만이 익숙한 느낌
So magical sounding.
이유 같은 건 없어 믿고 눈을 떠봤어 난 Cause I know how this feels
Ooh.
네 손을 잡고서 저 깊이까지도 같이 헤매요 나나나나
Oh, nice.
후회는 없을 거야 Say you won't let me go I won't let you go And we do what we like 나나나나 We do what we like 나나나나 Yeah yeah we do what we like 나나나나
Oh, we got some EDM up in this one.
I won't let you go And we do what we like
Oh,
We do what we like
nice.
Do what we do what we like Do what we do what we like
This is a fun one.
Do what we do what we like 밤이 짧아지고 비춰 보이는 게 세상엔 참 많다고 yeah. 알지도 못했고 상상도 못해봤어 내 손이 오기 전까지 두려움 속에 젖어 맘대로 움직이지도 못한 끝에 숨쉬는 법도 몰라 내가 하나둘씩 털어
Damn.
널 찾아 네 손을 잡고
This is a cool continuation of Up No More. Ooh. Love the melody.
Do what we like. Do what we do what we like. Do what we do what we like. Do what we do what we like. Yeah, yeah, we do what we like. Do what we do what we like. Do what we do what we like. Do what
This is a fun summer song while still being very symbolic to Twice's overall story, which made a lot of sense with, Up No More, like literally being drenched in fear, being paralyzed by all of the darkness and all that kind of stuff. But much like I was talking about with Up No More, like you need someone to hold you accountable. So someone to hug you, someone to support you. And as long as we're together, there's nothing that cannot stop us. There's almost like, this is almost kind of like an EDM version of, what was the name of the song? Brave. Like, for you, I will be brave. So there's something there a little bit. Brave was obviously a little bit more dramatic. And the song itself was a lot more dramatic and it's instrumental and all, but like the fun of like a club song in a way, or like a summer festive kind of song that almost like going on to an adventure, finding like a paradise or whatever, finding our own little slice of heaven to like just be a bunch of like happy people that are supported by one another, and just I thought that it was really, really beautiful. Like the vibe of the song really translated to the magical aura that I would imagine if that song was a music video, like them running in what looks like fucking like I don't know, some kind of a representation of Nirvana, or some kind of a representation of like a magical world, like a jungle, with some magical elements to it or something like that. And just as long as we're together, we can do whatever we want and nothing can stop us. So I really, really like that. The song itself is incredibly fun, and I can like imagine it in almost like every like summer festival kind of setting. And I'm surprised that this is the first time that I heard of this song. And judging by the views on that one, as opposed to some of the other B sides, I would say that first impression is that the song is underrated, but it was a lot of fun. It's definitely an uplifting song, and I really really enjoyed it.